Are you prepared for hyperinflation? It's a question not many of us ponder, but perhaps we should. Hyperinflation, a rapid and typically uncontrolled rise in prices, can drastically impact the affordability and availability of everyday items. From the loaf of bread at your local grocery store to the gas you pump into your car, the cost of basic commodities can skyrocket, leaving unprepared individuals in a state of panic and difficulty. But fear not, being prepared is half the battle won. And that's why we're here today, to help you navigate these uncertain waters by discussing the top 15 essential items you should consider stockpiling before hyperinflation hits. We're talking food essentials, water storage, medical supplies, hygiene products, and household goods. All the things you need to stay safe, secure, and comfortable, no matter what the economic weather. So, buckle up and grab your note-taking tools. Let's dive into the list of 15 essential items you need to stockpile before hyperinflation hits. First on our list is food, particularly non-perishable items. Now, when we talk about non-perishable foods, we're referring to those that can be stored for long periods without spoiling. These are your go-to items in a hyperinflation scenario where the cost of everyday products can skyrocket overnight. One of the most reliable options is canned goods. These can range from fruits and vegetables to meats and soups. The beauty of canned goods is their long shelf life, often extending years into the future. Plus, they offer a wide variety of nutritional options to keep your diet balanced. Next up, let's talk about grains. Foods like rice, pasta, and oats are fantastic choices. They're not only filling, but also versatile, allowing you to whip up a range of dishes to keep mealtime interesting. And the best part? They can last for years when stored properly. Now, you might be thinking, what about protein? Well, that's where preserved items come into play. Consider stockpiling items such as dried beans, lentils, and even jerky. These are rich in protein and essential nutrients, providing you with the energy needed to face any challenges that come your way. But let's not forget about comfort foods. Things like coffee, tea, or chocolate might not be essential for survival, but they can do wonders for morale in tough times. So while you're stocking up, make sure to include a few of your favorite treats. And finally, spices and seasonings. These might seem like small additions, but they can make a world of difference. A well-seasoned meal can lift spirits and make the survival situation feel a little less daunting. Plus, most spices and seasonings can last for years without losing their flavor. Remember, variety is key when it comes to food storage. By having a diverse range of foods, you ensure that your diet remains balanced and interesting, reducing food fatigue and promoting overall well-being. So when you're preparing for hyperinflation, remember to think beyond mere survival and consider the quality of life as well. Next, let's talk about water storage. Water is not just essential for hydration, but also for cooking, cleaning, and hygiene. Having a good supply of it is crucial, especially during times of hyperinflation when resources can become scarce. So, how do you store water effectively? Well, start by storing water in clean, food-grade containers. These can be anything from plastic jugs to larger, specially designed water barrels. A good rule of thumb is to store at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for a minimum of 3 days. But what if you run out of stored water? Knowing how to purify water can be a game changer. There are several methods, including boiling, using water purification tablets, or even solar disinfection. Remember, in a hyperinflation scenario, you can't just turn on the tap and expect clean, affordable water. Water is life, so make sure you have enough of it. Third on our list is the medical supplies. Now, when we say medical supplies, we're not just talking about a basic first aid kit. While bandages, antiseptics, and pain relievers are a must, it's also crucial to consider other items such as prescribed medications, vitamins, and minerals. If you or a loved one requires specific medications regularly, having a stockpile could mean the difference between health and sickness, or even life and death during a hyperinflation crisis. In addition to the basics and prescribed medications, consider items like medical gloves, surgical masks, and even a manual on basic medical procedures. These can come in handy in case of emergencies where professional medical help might not be readily available. Remember, in times of crisis, being prepared medically is just as important as having food and water. Health is wealth, especially in times of crisis. Hygiene is often overlooked, but is essential in a crisis. When preparing for a situation like hyperinflation, our minds naturally gravitate towards food, water, and medical supplies. But let's not forget about hygiene and sanitation. These are critical aspects of survival that are often pushed to the back burner, but in reality, they're just as important. In a crisis, Maintaining good hygiene can prevent the spread of diseases, keep you feeling human in tough times, and boost morale. So what hygiene products should you stockpile? Firstly, think about the basics. Soap, toothpaste, and toothbrushes are a good starting point. But also consider items such as dental floss and mouthwash for oral health. And don't forget about personal hygiene items such as deodorant, shampoo, and feminine hygiene products. Next, consider sanitation products. Toilet paper is a given, of course. But also consider alternatives such as baby wipes or even a bidet attachment for your toilet. Hand sanitizer is another must-have, especially in situations where water might be scarce. You'll also want to stock up on laundry detergent. Clean clothes can make a world of difference in a crisis situation. And while we're on the subject, think about how you'll wash your clothes if you don't have access to a washing machine. A simple washboard and bucket could be lifesavers. Lastly, consider items such as trash bags and disposable gloves. These could come in handy for waste disposal or other messy tasks. As you're gathering these items, remember to consider the needs of all family members, including pets. They'll need their own hygiene and sanitation items too. In conclusion, hygiene and sanitation are aspects of preparedness that should never be overlooked. They may not seem as vital as food or water, but in a crisis, they become increasingly important. Remember, cleanliness is next to godliness, especially in a crisis. Last but not least, let's cover the household goods. As we navigate through the challenging times of hyperinflation, our homes remain our sanctuaries. Having the right household goods on hand can make a world of difference, ensuring that our homes continue functioning smoothly when everything outside seems to be in chaos. Let's start with batteries. These little powerhouses are like gold during a crisis. They power flashlights, radios, and other essential devices. Having a healthy stockpile of batteries in various sizes can be a lifesaver, literally and figuratively. Next on the list, fuel. Whether it's for your car, generator, or heating system, having a reserve of fuel can keep you mobile and warm when supply chains are disrupted. Remember, safety first. Store fuel properly to prevent accidents. Now, let's talk tools. A good set of hand tools can help you deal with minor repairs around the house when professional help isn't available. Think hammers, screwdrivers, pliers, and a sturdy wrench. A multi-tool can also be an excellent addition to your survival kit. Consider also stockpiling items like matches, candles, and lighters. In the event of a power outage, these can provide light and a means to cook food. Don't forget about kitchen essentials. Stock up on non-electric items like a manual can opener, a grater, and a good old-fashioned coffee percolator. These will keep you fed and caffeinated even when the power's out. Finally, sanitation and cleaning supplies. Keeping your home clean is essential, especially during a crisis when health risks can increase. Items like trash bags, disinfectants, and dish soap should be on your list. These household goods are the unsung heroes of preparedness. They might not be the first things that come to mind when you think of survival, but they're essential in maintaining a functioning home during times of crisis. These household goods will ensure your home continues to function even in the toughest times. So there you have it, 15 essential items to stockpile before hyperinflation hits. We've traversed the terrain of food essentials, highlighting the importance of non-perishable items. We've delved into the nuances of water storage, discussing effective methods of purification and saving. We've underscored the importance of medical supplies, ensuring you have first aid items and medications at your disposal. Our journey also took us through hygiene products, emphasizing critical sanitation needs, and we've not forgotten about the essential household goods, from batteries to fuel. But the journey doesn't end here. It's crucial that you start preparing now. Hyperinflation is unpredictable, and the best defense is a good offense. The more prepared you are, the less impact it will have on your daily life. Remember, it's better to be prepared and not need it than to need it and not be prepared. Stay safe and stay prepared.